This is the court's issue, and it's based upon what's in the stipulation. So in the stipulation, it states, victim had asked his mother to go inside his bedroom in an attempt to help search for a pair of headphones. Victim lives with witness at the listed location where the offense occurred. As witness one was inside victim one's bedroom searching for the pair of lost headphones, she located E9 behind the headboard of the victim's bed. The witness, not knowing what E9 was, held on to E9 and showed it to victim one the next day. Victim one did not recognize E9 and did not know how E9 ended up inside his room behind the headboard of his bed. Victim one researched E9 using the application Google Lens and discovered E9 is used as a voice recorder. Victim one contacted victim two and the defendant for advice on what to do with E9. Victim two advised victim one to call the police and make an offense report, while the defendant advised victim one to destroy E9. The defendant also offered to come to victim one's home with his own cable in an attempt to investigate E9, and also suggested to victim one that it would not be in victim one's best interest to call the police, as victim one's parents are immigrants and a police report would jeopardize their immigrant status. That's my problem right there. So it doesn't appear, when the witnesses say that he wasn't malicious, to threaten somebody's immigrant status. This is what was stipulated to, saying don't call the police because it's going to hinder your immigrant status, or it's going to jeopardize your immigrant status. That sort of says something about his frame of mind. So I'll hear your argument.
Your Honor, to respond directly to the court's statement, Judge, my client, we can see my client here visually in court. You've heard witness testimony. I believe that my client's motivations were not malicious. He's not, in that text, he's not threatening the victim, using his immigration status as some kind of leverage not to get him to report. My client has experienced an extreme amount of shame. Now, that shame probably does not equal to or exceed the shame that the victims probably are experiencing. I can say that confidently, that my client's shame does not rise to their level of shame for this. My client has been a friend with one of the victims, Daniel Campos, since they were kids. He's a kind and caring individual. He is a sweet kid. I've had extensive interactions with Aaron. I do not believe that he was using this as leverage in a malicious way, and I know how that sounds. And I would, if my client were using that, and again, I don't believe he was, it is abhorrent to use such a tactic to intimidate. I do not believe it was for intimidation purposes.
Well, I mean, what was it for? Because he's telling them, don't call the police, because if you do, you're going to jeopardize your immigration status.
My client wishes to address the court.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Is there something you wish to say?
I was genuinely afraid that he might actually lose his immigration status. I've known him for 14 years. I've known that it's the case. And throughout this whole thing, I've talked to my lawyer. I've talked to my girlfriend that that's my absolute worst fear through all of this. I told him that with the intent to go over. And I don't honestly know if I would have talked to him about it and revealed it. But I know that now I wanted nothing but to actually talk to him about this. And I understand that I might not be able to for however long, and that the consequences might be more far-ranging than that. But I swear that was not a threat to his immigration status, and I didn't mean it as one. It was a comment I made out of fear.